I'm now happy to introduce Sadie Price, a young woman who really enjoys music. Sadie is a sophomore English secondary ed major who's been singing since she could hum and who taught herself how to play the guitar, which she's been playing now for 2 years. Sadie is a member of the Thiel Student Network, the newly established Leadership Honorary Society, and the English Club. She's interested in why people enjoy music and in exploring that response through the Big 5 questions: who, what, where, when, and why. I'm sure you'll enjoy her presentation titled Good Vibes and the Big 5. I'm happy to introduce Sadie Price.
For a test. Okay, so like Dr. Hall said, my presentation is called Good Vibes and the Big 5. In case you're not on the hip lingo kind of thing, good vibes means just good feelings when you listen to something or experience something. You just get this general good feeling over you. And the big five questions: who, what, when, where, and why. Now for my purposes, the order that the big 5 are in are kind of out of order, but we'll work with that as we go. Like I said, my name is Sadie Price. I am a secondary ed English major, and I have 2 little sisters, Casey and Sarah. Casey's the panda and Sarah is the bear. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. These are City of Bridges, some pictures of them. Couple comments about myself. I like books, gardening, and coffee. Essentially an old lady. These last 2 comments are more for your use to understand why I listen to the music that I listen to. I am a very serious person, though I like to joke. I enjoy serious topics like discussing politics and religion, which isn't necessarily the most popular thing to do, but I still enjoy it. And I believe in soulmates and magic. So I still believe in that childlike wonder that we kind of seem to lose as we get older. Start with who. The most common question I get after I'm done performing somewhere: who are your idols? I have no idea. I admire whoever I listen to, whoever that month is my favorite. I'm inspired by anybody, but my top 3, without a doubt. Number 1, Adele. She is a class act. She dresses to the T. She just stands there and sings. She doesn't have to make it a strip show. She doesn't have to dance. Millions of people pay her money to stand there and sing. That being said, Grace Potter. She's not as well known as Adele, but she's definitely more a free spirit. She has this range where when she hits the upper, like probably soprano 1s, soprano 2, for any of you who actually sing, she lets it go. She continues that control, but she has a rasp when she hits that high note that just, it makes you feel so good, and she's so free and organic. And then the last, of course, Queen, Beyonce. Now she sometimes twerks, but I don't hold it against her. She can still sing like nobody I've ever heard before. Her voice, the ranges that she has, and she could capture any era that she wanted. She could sing like she belongs in the 50s, or stay relevant with that electric pop stuff that's playing on the radio now. She is definitely Queen. What genre? This is a huge question. I listen to basically everything. Like I said, I'm influenced by a lot. But I really only listen to the really honest people. I'm not going to listen to Katy Perry or Jason, whatever his name is, because all they do is talk about getting drunk and partying on the weekends. These people that I mentioned before, the people that sing in the country and indie folk genres, they actually sing and play about something important, something bigger than themselves and bigger than getting drunk on a weekend. For those of you who kind of cringed when I said country, you still kind of have to respect what they do. Their words are beyond anything. They are extremely honest in what they say. And the last point, perfect imperfections. Nowadays with the recordings, they have this auto-tuning, and this word doesn't sound here, so let's just change this version, but both are playing on the radio. It's kind of confusing, but I like it when a string is hit by accident, or someone breathes a little too hard on the next note. They give it that organic feel, that free feel, that they're actually being honest with you. They're actually conveying what they're meant to do. They're meant to be a singer, so you should sing. Okay, country. Now, this is probably one of my #1 examples for lyrics in country. This is Ronnie Dunn's Cost of Living. He's singing to an interview person, someone who's interviewing for her job. And he's saying that the last job I had, you know, it messed me up. Like, I don't have enough money to feed my kids. I don't have enough money to, you know, provide for my family. And he's giving reasons why he should be accepted into this job. And just reading the words, you don't even have to listen to the melody. The melody is just the guitar playing and him singing without even that raw feel of just the guitar and his voice. You can already feel it in the words. In indie folk, for those who don't know what indie folk is, indie means independent. It means you can't actually label what kind of genre the song is being applied to. This is actually, like, I cried the first 5 times I heard this song. It's not that it's sad, but she's allowing herself to be put on the line without anybody judging her. Nobody's going to judge her for actually being free when she says this. And how she sings it is more important, even more important than the words. When she sings Dreams in Automatic, it's a punch. She sings it a little harder. And when she sings Feel, the last line, we don't want anything new to feel. We're not capable of feeling any more than we already are. We're too lazy. She trails off and makes Feel really powerful word. You not to be ironic, but you feel what she's saying. You don't just hear it. You feel it to your core. When? This is more personal than anything else. Like Dr. Hall had said, I started singing when I could hum. I was bouncing up and down in the crib and hanging out and singing. At age 9, I performed for the first time. It was in Carnegie Mellon University. They were having a karaoke contest. I won. At age 14, I recorded for the first time for my middle school morning show. They had a commercial for the library, actually, and they had me make up a library song for them. At age 15, I auditioned for American Idol the first time. The reason that is underneath is because I actually did it 3 times, and the more times you do it, it's much less important to you, I think. The first time I did it, I was freaking out. I went to New Jersey. It was a whole new experience. We had been waiting for 14 hours, when I say we, my mother and I, for 14 hours to audition. So it gets kind of old after the first 2 times. But I didn't go anywhere for American Idol the first time. And then, age 16, I began guitar. I say began because it actually took me a year before I can move my fingers from chord to chord, because it's very difficult. If you play guitar, kudos. I understand what you've been going through. I also auditioned for American Idol a second time in Chicago. Age 17, I played my first gig. It was at an open mic in a coffee shop. I didn't go so well, but I still tried. That was also the year that America's Got Talent called me to audition in New York. They had seen one of my YouTube videos, well, not mine, but a friend of mine posted a YouTube video of me singing. They called me and told me to come audition for them, so I did. I actually got through the first round on that, but after that I didn't go anywhere. And then I began playing everywhere, bars, open mics, whatever you could think of. And then I auditioned the last time for American Idol when I was 18. And age 19, this past summer, I actually recorded my first album. It's not for sale or anything, but it was just a fun little way to express myself, like the people I listen to do. I'm not necessarily very good at expressing what I'm actually thinking or feeling. So when I actually play the guitar, you'll be able to see the emotion that I put into it. And then where? This isn't a very specific question, extremely broad, so I'm going to give you an extremely broad answer. Everywhere. 2 reasons. One, I've actually played a lot of places. I didn't realize this until I asked myself, where did I play? But I've played in New York, Chicago. I sang in the streets in New Orleans. I've sang in the streets in Pittsburgh. Everywhere. I sang in the car, sang in the shower. I'm singing here. It's everywhere. The second reason I say everywhere is because music is everywhere. I don't mean to get psychological on you, but it's in everything. Music is just basically patterns. It's a chord after chord after chord in a pattern that sounds pleasing to the ears. if you look at patterns in a tree, or patterns in numbers, patterns in buildings, whatever you're going to look at, there's going to be some musicality to it. And then the final question, why? You get this sense of understanding with whatever you're listening to, even if it's just a violin and a piano playing. You still get this nice feeling of understanding, like the whole world makes sense as I listen to this song. You don't feel lost, as sometimes we do when, especially if we're in a math class, no offense, or if we're trying to study something that we don't understand, we get lost all the time. And I think music finds us and gives us a basic understanding of ourselves. And this is more just jealousy, but they write lyrics that I would never be capable of doing myself. I try to write, I do sometimes write my own songs, like I had said I made an album, but these people take whatever I'm thinking and I can't explain to anyone, it just comes out like, this thing, yeah, but they actually put it into words and make sense of it. And then my question for you guys, why do you listen? Because I didn't understand this before I started this whole PowerPoint. When Dr. Hall had asked me, I didn't understand why I did it. I don't know who my idols are. I don't know what my aspirations are for this, but this PowerPoint definitely made me understand. Those 5 questions definitely made me understand. And now I will play you a song, and if some of you are brave enough, I would ask you to, while you're listening, think of why you enjoyed it, or why you didn't enjoy it, or why you listen to music, if you could, after I'm done playing. She's beautiful in her simple little way. She don't have too much to say. She gets mad. She understands. She don't let go of anything, even when the pain gets really bad. Guess I should have been more like that. You had it all for a pretty little while. Somehow you made me smile when I was sad. You took a chance on a bruised and beaten heart. Then you realized you wanted what you had. Guess I should have been more like that. Should have held on to my pride. Should have never let you lie. Guess you got what you deserve. Guess I should have been more like her. She's beautiful in her simple way.